to actually run the country as a revolutionary.
Okay.
As a revolutionary. But I rebutted that statement where, he's taken a narcissistic approach. The man just got finished tweeting to Iran that he's nothing to mess with. I'm not Iran. I'm like, dude, you are peeing on people that has not said nothing to you.
Right.
Do you understand that the UK Parliament, the United Kingdom Parliament is so adamant about they talking so much smack about you to where I had to tune in to the video of them during the meeting in the headquarters.
His actions.
They say you have it. You are hated worldwide.
Yeah, you
sit down somewhere.
Right, have several seats, as they say in the inner city. His actions are reckless, and not only have the unwanted component of alienating people, but alienating our allies. So you're going to make everybody turn on the country because they don't want to be associated with your foolishness. And rightfully so.
Right.
Rightfully so. I don't know. We need to teach him how to speak with authentic words. I don't know, but at 70, it's too late.
Words. My authentic words ain't touching Trump with a 10-foot pole. I'm sorry. The book is trying to uplift people, inspire people, get them out of a rut, make sure that they get back on the right path, whether they get back on the path of God, get them back on to doing what they originally loved doing, turn their chore into a passion. No, my authentic words, if my authentic words touch Trump, my name must be God. I have to be.
Well, that's a good segue into your book. Again, we're talking with Deacon Drew Sean Williams, author of Authentic Words. And let's just kind of jump right in. Tell me what led you to write this book.
Well, the overall, the genesis of Authentic Words began back in college.
Okay.
When I was starting out. 18 years old, new college student, and I was getting ready to dibble and dabble into broadcasting. Prior to that, I've been writing all my life. I've been writing poetry. I've been writing small stories. I wrote for a publication here for high school students when I was 17. I had a lot of writing under my belt. Mm-hmm. The general manager of the radio station I used to work for, WKKC, gave me the book of African Proverbs when I was starting out in college.
All right.
And each and every proverb in that book spoke out to me. When you see proverbs like love is like a baby, it should be treated with love and tender care, and one falsehood spoils 1,000 truths, and death sounds a trumpet. I've discovered that brevity, it's amazing that brevity can make a huge impact in a person's life. So the genesis came from the book of African Proverbs. The overall origin of Authentic Words came from motivational words and quotes and status messages from my from Facebook, because I figured I wanted to uplift people. I wanted to uplift people in a way where I want them to challenge their thinking and change their perception of what wisdom really consists of, and just to let people know that wisdom, there's no age limit to wisdom. It really isn't. To be in my mid-30s and to give wisdom to somebody, whether it be old to someone older and younger, it's rare, but it's also a gift, because I was blessed to have a grandfather that crammed so much wisdom to me when I was much younger, when I was like 12 and 13 and 14, and showed me that simplicity and brevity is always the best way to live your life. So what Authentic Words came about 2 years ago. God said, look here, You need to put this in the book and get it out. I don't care how long it takes, get it out. So, me being the follower of my Lord and Savior, hey, I'm like, okay, I got you. I'm gonna get it done. Stalled on it. Life happened. Went from one city to the next. More life happened, and then I got up last year and says, time to stop, around and get this book out.
Okay.
And before I knew it, and then another traumatic event happened to me, and I said to myself, if I don't get this book out right now, more stuff is going to happen. So I got the book out. I debuted it the beginning of this year, the second day of 2017, and I have been getting a lot of positive responses for it. So much feedback. I recently discovered that one of my cousins bought 2 copies today.
Okay.
Two copies today, and it's amazing where your work starts reaching your family members, and they look at you in a different light that they never thought they was able to. They see a side of you, because I'm the funny dude in the family. I'm the funny, loud, cracking cat in the family.
Right.
But by them seeing this, they now seeing that, he's a thinking man. He's a man that will pay attention to detail. He's very knowledgeable. He actually reads. He actually pays attention to current events. He's more in tune to radio business and the African diaspora and wisdom and will listen to Minister Louis Farrakhan and Malcolm X tapes full of speeches on any given day.
Yeah.
So it's just a blessing to share new age wisdom to those that are willing to expand their mind and give them an outlet to apply it in their everyday life.
Yeah, the back of your book says original quotes and advice to relieve the pressures of life and careers, self-identity, and love. Was this a growing process for you?
It was definitely a growing process. Ironically, when I finished the book, I lost a friend of mine tragically to cancer at the age of 31.
Mm-hmm.
So 90% of those quotes was reliving themselves that whole year, that entire year of 2015, and it made me look at every area in my life, my career, my love life, my social life, my relationship with my parents, relationship with family members, and I discovered that I'm living life, I'm practicing what I preach.
Okay.
And I try to practice what I preach every day. If I preached it, and then I start practicing it to see if it worked for me, then I'm doing the right thing. Because sometimes piece of advice, the words of wisdom that I say, it may be for somebody, but it's mostly for me. Because sometimes you have to encourage yourself to get through the day. You have to say, okay, time to get up, time to go to work. Okay, trouble ain't gonna last always. Okay, let go and let God. Okay, just get it done. Okay, what you cannot do is stay down and dwell in it. What you cannot do is let yourself down because you now have new responsibilities to take care of. What you cannot do is live in a negative mindset all the time. You have to replace with positive thoughts and positive vibes.
I think
you cannot rid all that.
Yeah, I think that's important because you said you can't stay there. So I think it's important because it sounds like you're saying, you know what, you can get in that funky place because you're human, right? But you can't live there.
Right.
You're going to have a crap day. You're going to have a crap week, maybe a crap month. You may lose a friend, a loved one. You and your significant other or spouse may break up. You may not get the promotion you're looking for. You may accidentally overdraw your account. Note to self. But you can't stay there. You have to figure it out. And like you said, keep moving.
Right. I've mentioned...
Go ahead.
I've mentioned to people before in regards to holding grudges. I said, okay, hold on to it as tight as you can, and then ask yourself every day while you're holding that grudge, what prize are you getting from it? There's people that's holding grudges against me right now, and I'm just saying to myself, what prize are you winning? Did you get it yet?
Wow.
Not being slick and not being petty, but you really have to think about it. Because I was that dude that was holding on to grudges and holding things over people's head. And then I really had to ask myself, what am I gaining? I'm gaining stress. I'm gaining a headache. I'm gaining a twitch in my chest. I'm gaining stress. I'm gaining gray hairs. I'm not gaining nothing positive from this. So just let it go. So just let it go.
Be like old girl on Frozen. You gonna sing for us?
Yes, let it go. I'm not gonna sing it because that's all off key. I'm not gonna do that. No.
It sounds like you've benefited from the teaching of people who were positive influences, and you also teach. We met when you came to speak to students at the Illinois Media School. Tell us about that experience. What made you decide, hey, I could teach this? Because you are, in addition to an author, a media professional. Talk about that a little bit.
Right. To be in the media, first off, my Lord and Savior has blessed me to be in media for 16 years before I turned 40. So, and that's just a gift. That's all Him. And to share the knowledge that was given to me for someone that's coming into the industry, it's more like it's rewarding. It is a pure gift to pass knowledge, history, and information to those that want to learn and those that are eager to learn. And I've made a discovery that in teaching somebody and teaching a few students that I've taught, that you share the same passion with them. And they discover that you're not in it for a check. You're in it for the love of the game. You're in it for the love of the industry. I still love this industry just as much as I did when I dared myself to go to Kennedy King College and get a quote unquote quick degree, because radio was not my first choice. I wanted to be an author. I wanted to be an entertainment writer, because many people don't know this. I was shy. I could not talk for the life of me. I could not.
No.
Nobody would ever believe that. No one.
And how did you overcome that? How did you overcome your shyness?
Humor. Humor. I utilize my humor to break the ice in a lot of things in my life. I've just learned I just knew how to say funny things. I knew how to, my formula was, if I can make a person smile, I feel comfortable talking to that person. But if I say something wrong, then I'm going to keep my mouth shut, observe who this person really is, and then break the ice a different way without saying something funny. I don't need to say nothing funny to break the ice as much as I used to no more. Sometimes you just spark a conversation. Sometimes it's all about asking how a person's day is nowadays. Okay. Go back to just basically having a quick conversation with somebody. I'll say whenever I'm out getting something to eat or at a store, I'll just ask a person, how your day going? You know, and they are so surprised that, wow, this still exists in the 21st century.
We talk about that a lot. Like, we speak to people when people just kind of look at you like, why are you speaking to me?
Like, yeah.
Human beings.
You know, right. And then I say something slick like, well, I'm in a bad mood. I was like, well, I could have said, well, like, you know, like back in the day when I was, quote unquote, in these streets.
You were in these streets? That's
yeah, I was loose. I was loose. I was loose. We all had a past, but this ain't about that.
Yeah,
but I would, you know, God will always